Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA Cardano. So we're waiting here for a sign of life that Cardano does something. Cardano, however, is not on its own in this sort of sideways range. There are many altcoins that are just not moving at the moment. I believe, they didn't even move today. So we might be entering a phase now where the altcoins are getting a little bit slow, yeah. So especially before the end of the year. I mean, this was really the last big event before the end of the year, where we could have expected some significant volatility. And Bitcoin, Ethereum moved significantly today, but the altcoins, a lot of altcoins didn't. You always get a few exceptions, but most of them didn't do anything. There will be the PCE data on the 23rd of December. I think that is something else where we could see a little bit of volatility during the day. But yeah, here we just wait for the current correction to be finished. It's a little bit slow. We still have, unfortunately, both a bullish and a bearish scenario. Probabilities are very similar, but for me, I'm still leaning to the downside. Yeah, I'm still leaning here towards the yellow count. The yellow count is this one, where we, from this high at 33 cents, we moved down in a wave 1, we moved up in a wave 2, moved down in a third wave, or we still are in the third wave based on that. We would move up in a fourth and come down in a fifth. Problem I have with this count now is that it's quite messy. Yeah, it's getting quite messy here. And if we really were in a third wave, this should normally push down. Now, okay, it could be some kind of a diagonal pattern. These are always a bit more messy because you have a lot of overlaps. But it's, again, the problem here is, and that's always the case, if you don't have a clear trend, if you don't have a clear impulse, things are getting very difficult. But that would be the bearish count. And in the bearish count, looking at the subwave structures, we would be looking at, yeah, as I said before in the previous video, because the price hasn't really moved a lot, this would be a wave 1 down. That's a 5-wave move. That's nice. Wave 2, 3-wave structure to the upside. That's fine as well. But yeah, we would then have to assume we are in a third wave now. And in the third wave, we've got here the wave. Well, I would have to assume that wave 1 moved down like this. And we then moved up. We're currently moving up in some kind of a wave 2. So we've got here a wave 1 down, a wave 2 to the upside, and would move down in the 3 of 3 next, 4 and 5. It's not, we can try all kinds of subwave counts here. It wouldn't really help. We can add all kinds of counts, but because this is not a very reliable pattern, you will just get a lot of them invalidated. I mean, I'm adding subwave counts here. Yeah, I currently have some subwave counts for the bullish count on here. But they do, as you see it here regularly, they do tend to get invalidated, or at least we have to extend them out because it's not a reliable pattern. You can use any kind of technique here, but there isn't much. It's just moving in a range, and I believe there is a clear range that we can define. We are basically between 33 cents, or let's call it 33.5 and 30, and we need that breakout. Until then, we are sort of hovering here in the range. I mean, we did break out of this sort of ascending channel, but then we tried to break back in, lost it again. So we are currently hovering below that channel. That rather, in my opinion, pushes or puts more downside pressure on this chart, which, that's why I'm leaning towards the downside. And even if we get back into the channel, it would, for me, it wouldn't be bullish. We can put more emphasis on the bullish count above 33.3 cents this high, but that doesn't even mean it would become primary expectation. It would need to do much more to make this bullish count primary expectation. But how would the bullish one work out? So the bullish one would be in the sense that we moved up in a wave 1, again leading diagonal, not very reliable. Here a wave 2, pulled back too far actually to be a reliable wave 2. So as you see, you've got a lot of problems here which reduce the confidence in any wave count. And the wave 3 to the upside should work out now, should be the next one in the bullish count. But again, until we break above the 33.3 cent level, this is pure speculation. In the subwave structure here, as we said in the previous video, this could have been a wave 1. Then we had here something like an ABC, but as already said, you know, this got invalidated already, so it could be, and it's getting quite messy now. You can see here what kind of structures we need to try to put in here. In my opinion, here WXY now, and then this is an ABC. You know, yeah, the problem when you have to move put a WXY in here when the chart fails to deliver. Yeah, so ideally you would have had an ABC here. So ideally we should have moved up in the third wave. The market failed. Again, that reduces reliability. So it was WXY. We have to put an ABC in the Y wave. Yes, it could be finished now, but is it reliable? You know, not necessarily. We need to see some movement to generate some reliable counts here. At the moment, this is everything. We can put some counts in here, and then if it works out, it works out. But you just have to understand that some charts sometimes they just are unreliable. And we've got XRP is one of them, and ADA as well. I mean, is this a bull flag? Probably not, because even here this retraced a bit too much. You know, normally you would say with a traditional so-called bull flag, you don't really want it to go below the 50% retracement. So also here it moved down a bit too much. So very, very choppy, very messy price action that I just wouldn't trade it until we have a clearer pattern. But here you have a very, very nice pattern now, a channel where you could say, you know, we've got 3 touch points down here, 2 up there, where we say if we break here to the downside of the channel, most likely retest the 29.5 cent level, or yeah, let's call it 29.8 cents. And if we drop below that, we're probably going to make a new low. If we break to the upside of the channel, that would be around 30 and take the wave B out. Yeah, that was sort of the first key resistance here. Yeah, then we could certainly rally to 32.8. But you know, is this really something you want to trade? I think we need to wait here for a clear trend. We need to wait for a clear signal that we have a proper 5-wave move in a direction. Here we had a diagonal, a WXY down, horrible combination. Here maybe a wave 1 up and a WXY down. It's very, very messy. So yeah, you know, difficult. Forecast is sideways movement until we see a impulse. It's as easy as that. So I'll keep you updated about ADA nevertheless. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.